everybody. Welcome to my garden. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and for this episode of my Magickal Plant Series, I am outside right next to the plant I'm going to talk about. This is mullein. Say hi. Hi. You guys should be used to my dorkiness by now. So yes, today we are going to talk about mullein, or Verbascum thapus. And the reason why we didn't do this my first time around in the garden is because my little mullein patch was dying. It was going into its dying phase. So we waited until we could get it started up again. And now it is so happy. So I'm happy to be out right next to it. It looks so beautiful and I love showing it off. So the folk names for this little guy is Aaron's rod, blanket leaf, candlewick plant, clot, doffle, feltwort, and what an appropriate name, feltwort. Flannel plant, graveyard dust, hag's tapers, hedge taper, Jupiter's staff, lady's foxglove, old man's fennel, Peter's staff, shepherd's club, shepherd's herb, torches, velvet back, velvet plant, and my personal favorite, nature's toilet paper. Yep. Look at this beautiful leaf. I love it. It is so soft. This has so many magical and medicinal properties. It's just an amazing, amazing plant. So if you are ready to learn the folklore, medicinal, and magical purposes of this awesome plant, if that sounds awesome to you, stick around. You might just learn something new. All right, so in the folklore, in ancient Greece, mullein was revered as a gift from the gods. Mercury, the messenger god, gave Ulysses mullein to protect him from Circe's magic, illustrating its long-standing association with divine protection and warding off evil. This myth emphasizes the plant's role as a guardian against malevolent forces, a theme that recurs throughout history. Yeah, get used to me talking about that. In medieval Europe, mullein was believed to drive away evil spirits and was often hung in doorways or burned as an incense to keep homes safe from negative energies. The use of mullein as a candle wick further solidified its protective symbolism. So I'm going to show a picture right here of the long, these are what the flowers look like. So you can see why candlewick plant, right? Known initially as hedge taper, Roman soldiers used mullein wicks in their lamps, associating the plant with courage and bravery. Over time, the name evolved to hag taper, reflecting its use by witches in their spells and rituals. These leaves and stems were dipped in tallow to create candles for outdoor ceremonies, emphasizing its roles in bringing light to darkness. I love that. All natural, baby. Mullein was also integral to funeral rites in ancient Rome and medieval Europe. Its presence in these ceremonies symbolized light and guidance for the deceased in the afterlife. Monasteries grew mullein for their protective properties. There we go again, right? And the plant was believed to shield the monastic communities from harm and negative influences, underlining its sacred and protective nature. How about everybody take a shot when I say protection or protective? Let's do it. In America, Mullein found a unique role in love divination. Now, practitioners use its leaves in rituals to reveal the identity of future lovers or ensure fidelity, showcasing its versatility in both protective and romantic contexts. This tradition added another layer to Mullein's rich folklore, blending European and Native American beliefs. So I kind of love that. Now, Mullein was often worn to keep wild animals from you while hiking in untamed areas. So they would just take these leaves and just wear them. Yeah. It was known to instill courage in the bearer, and a few leaves placed in the shoe could prevent one from catching a cold. Mullein was also carried to obtain love from the opposite sex. That's interesting. Now, stuffed into a small pillow, so you could use it dried. This is my dried mullein. It is so fluffy when it's dried. It is just like fluff. Yeah. So very easy to stuff a poppet or a sachet. Very, very easy. So you can stuff it in a pillow or place beneath your pillow as a guard against nightmares. Now in India, Mullein was regarded as the most potent safeguard against evil spirits and magic. Like #1. And it would be hung over doors and windows and carried in sachets. It would also be used to banish demons and negativity. So, in the Ozarks, this is where I'm from originally, men performed a simple love divination. The men went to a clearing where a mullein plant grew and bent it down so that it pointed toward his love's house. So you would get one of these long stems right here, and you would bend it down toward the house of your lover or your intended, okay? And if your intended loved you, the mullein would grow up right again. If she loved another, it would die. I would think that if you were gentle with it, it would grow up right. And then if you were really rough with it, it would die. Doesn't take an intelligent person to figure that one out. But we're talking about the Ozarks here. All right. So graveyard dust or graveyard dirt, an infrequent, depends who you're talking to, ingredient in spells can be substituted with powdered mullein leaves. So if you really don't want to obtain graveyard dirt, you can use mullein as a substitute. Now, Mullein's association with the goddess Hecate, or Hecate, however you say it, is a natural extension of its historical uses and symbolism. The goddess of witchcraft, magic, and crossroads is often depicted with torches illuminating the darkness. Mullein's use as a candle wick and its role in protective and magical practices align it with Hecate's domain. The plant's ability to provide light in dark places, both physically and metaphorically, resonates deeply with Hecate's roles as a guide through the shadows. Furthermore, Mullein's protective qualities and its use in various magical traditions include those involving the dark arts, making it a fitting herb to be associated with this powerful goddess. So, and it's waving at us. It likes that idea. Yes. All right. Now on to medicinal properties. Medicinally, use a lot of the flowers, and these are the flowers. They look super weird when they're not on the stalk. It's just these little fuzzy, wormy things. They're really strange to work with. Yeah, they're really strange to work with. But I've got some of my original ones, the bright yellow. Those are from last year, before they died. Before they died. So mullein is antispasmodic and expectorant. These leaves are smoked to ease asthma. Now, you can smoke it, but if you don't feel right smoking it, mullein tea is a remedy for chest colds, allergies, and coughs. The flowers and seeds contain an essential oil helpful in the treatment of wounds and earaches. The leaves hold antibacterial properties and are used to bandage wounds. You can see that, right? Just wrap it around. Use it as a compress or a poultice. Mullein has a mild laxative effect that can help with constipation, while its anti-inflammatory properties can be soothing for diarrhea. And we've discussed this before, and it just blows my mind that diarrhea is a form of constipation. I don't like to talk about poop a lot, but it blows my mind. It blows my mind that diarrhea is a form of constipation. Blows my mind. But anyway, it's very, very good. And if you mix it with catnip, mullein and catnip, great for diarrhea. I'm just saying. The leaf is also a favorite remedy for glandular imbalances and is often combined with echinacea root and cleavers in tonics for glandular health. Mullein leaf also makes an effective poultice for boils, glandular swelling, bruises, and insect bites. Yeah, so you can just take one of these and put it, get it wet in water and boiling water, take it out, put it on your insect bite. Amazing. And it can be added to the bath for relieving rheumatic pain. Wonderful. The flowers are powerful pain relievers with antiseptic and infection-fighting properties. Mullein flower oil has long been famous for an effective treatment for ear infection caused by upper respiratory congestion. So if you make an oil of the flowers and a few drops in your ear, if you have an ear infection, is very helpful. Now, safety factor from the Herbalism Queen Rosemary Gladstar. When used externally, the tiny hairs on the inside, this part of the leaf, can be irritating to sensitive skin, in which case simply wrap the leaf in cheesecloth or muslin before applying to the skin. So if you use it for a compress or a poultice, just make sure that you wrap it in cheesecloth. That's the trick. Thank you, Rosemary Gladstar. All right, on to magical properties. The element is fire and air. The planets are Saturn and Mercury. The energy is receptive and projective. Double duty, babe. There's both sides, plus there's flowers and leaves. So I would say the flowers are projective, the leaves are receptive. There you go. And the days of the week that they are most potent, Saturday and Wednesday. All right. So mullein is you guessed it, protective herb that helps keep negativity away. Now, some magical practitioners string the leaves together. This is weird, but when I read this and I pictured it in my mind, it was very strange. So they string the leaves together to wear as a head covering to conceal their identity when visiting a crossroads or meeting with a cemetery energy. Can you imagine just wearing leaves all around your head, stringed together? That's strange. If I was going to do it, I would probably make it a crown. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. It's a traveler's herb, helpful in keeping both the body and luggage safe. So to avoid mischief, bruise a mullein leaf and rub it on the bottom of your shoe before venturing out into the world. Place a leaf in your shoes to protect against attacks. So there you go. Stuff mullein into dream pillows to guard against nightmares. Add a mullein infusion to bath water to calm the spirit and open psychic channels. There you go. Crush mullein with fennel and burn it to dispel a malicious spirit. To invoke courage, mullein would be placed in one's shoes or used in a bath. The herb's energy is believed to infuse the wearer or bather with strength and fortitude, making it ideal for situations that require confidence and boldness. Mullein is renowned for its healing properties, both in physical and metaphysical practices. It is often stuffed into puppet dolls, which are used in sympathetic magic to promote health and recovery. The puppets are crafted to represent the person in need of healing, and the mullein inside works to restore vitality and well-being. I love stuffing my puppets with mullein. It's so easy because it's fluffy. It's so easy to do. Additionally, mullein can be used in healing spells such as teas or infusions to aid in respiratory issues and soothe inflammation, demonstrating its dual functionality in both herbalism and magic. So if I were making a healing puppet for myself, I'd be doing a puppet spell while I'm drinking mullein tea. I'd be stuffing it in there while I was stuffing my face with with the mullein tea, you know, as above, so below, right? So now I have a mullein leaf protection ritual here for you that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me get the right page. Aha. All right. So this ritual harnesses the protective power of mullein leaf to create a safeguarding aura around your home or personal space. So what you'll need, and I'm going to put this up here on the screen for you guys, probably over here. All right. So you'll need a dried mullein leaf, a small white or black candle, a fireproof container or incense burner, matches or a lighter, and a small bowl of water. This is optional for safety. All right. So your steps, you need to set up. Choose a quiet time where you won't be disturbed. If indoors, ensure the area is well ventilated. You place your candle in your chosen space with a fireproof container nearby and have your bowl of water ready for safety. Cleanse your space. Light the candle, focusing on the flame's purifying energy. If you prefer, you can walk around your space with the candle, letting its light touch each corner. Bring that light everywhere. Burn your mullein leaf. Take a pinch of dried mullein leaf and carefully place it in the fireproof container. Light the mullein, allowing it to smolder and release its smoke. If it flames up, gently blow it out so that it smokes and smolders. That's what you want. You want that smoke. Protection visualization. As the mullein smokes, close your eyes and visualize its protective energy filling your space, forming a barrier against negative influences. Move around your space with the container, guiding the smoke to all areas, especially doorways, windows, and other openings. And sealing the ritual. Once you've covered your space, return to your starting point. Extinguish the mullein leaf and the candle safely. Dispose of the used mullein respectfully, returning it to the earth if possible. Closing words. You may wish to say a closing affirmation such as, "This space is now protected by the power of mullein. Negative energy is barred and only positive energy may enter." Use this ritual whenever you feel the need to reinforce the protective energy in your space. It's particularly effective when moving into a new home, after having guests, or if you sense any negative energy. So this is just a real simple little protective spell that you can do to clear the air. I I would like to think that you could do it maybe after an argument, or after raised voices, maybe after, if you work out of your home, maybe after a strange encounter with a client. Just if the energy is weird and you need some clearing, this would be a wonderful protection ritual. All right, on to personal uses. So I have made a triple protection smoke bundle. So this is mugwort and sage wrapped in a mullein leaf. I love these little guys. I call them stogies because they're awesome. This gives you protection from the mullein and sage and mugwort. These things are amazing. They smoke really good, and because they are double knotted, as you burn them, if they start to unravel, they're knotted all throughout. So it doesn't matter if it unravels, they're knotted throughout. So this is my triple protection smoke bundle. And then I've got mullein tincture now. I was waiting for these guys to get big enough. So now I have mullein tincture. Like I said, it's good for almost everything. And I always put the instructions on the back. 2 dropperfuls, not 2 drops, 2 dropperfuls under the tongue or in a beverage. And then I have my tummy troubles tea. My formula has changed because, sad face, my Angelica died, and so did my catnip. They both died. So I had to improvise with lemon balm and linden, which are delicious. So the taste has improved as well in my tummy troubles tea. So now it has mullein leaf and flower, lemon balm, linden, peppermint, and ginger. Good for indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, all those things. So there you go. And then it's in my protection powder, of course, with eggshells that I have crushed by hand. It's my favorite thing to do. It also has rosemary, vervain, nettle, rue, angelica. Oh my gosh, my angelica's gone. Mugwort, snapdragon, mullein, and eucalyptus. Amazing, amazing blend. And then my protection sacred incense, it's in there too. You can see all the green stuff is fresh. This has rosemary, rue, vervain, angelica, mullein, nettle, mugwort, garden sage, eucalyptus, rose, dragon's blood, resin, sugar, and then clary sage, pine, and rosemary essential oils. A lot of good stuff in there. And then you can also purchase some dried mullein by itself. So that's my personal use. You can also take one of these leaves and write on them and put them in a simmer pot. There's just so many good uses for this awesome plant. I love to put things inside of it and roll it. You can smoke it. You can blend it with cannabis. Yeah, it's just an amazing plant and one of my favorites here in the garden. So that was mullein. Please let me know how you use mullein in your practice down in the comments below. I would really love to hear how you use mullein in your garden and in your practice. Please visit my website where you can purchase these items. Plus, you can also book a reading, book a service, book a class, book a workshop we have upcoming all the time. Please give a look at my online store where you have holistic healing products, and you also have ritual and spell aids. Just remember to enter that code word at checkout, all caps veiled, to get your free shipping. That's only available through this channel and my gift from me to you. So don't forget to do that. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit that bell for notifications if you don't want to miss any more of my upcoming videos. If you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee. All the details are down below, or you can just scan this QR code right here, but absolutely no pressure. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.